Hi there, I'm Construction Gamer and it's the Midlands to London on Transport Fever 2. In today's episode we're going to be continuing with the HS1 build and the Tilbury Loop, which kind of joins into the Great Eastern Main Line and the Crossrail tracks by the looks of it. So yeah, we'll see how much we can get done anyway, but what I would like to get done is most of the rest of the track to HS1 and to this line here. I'm not sure which line it is actually, but it comes from like the West Coast Main Line direction, and that's how we're going to get our trains from Tilbury onto the West Coast Main Line. I did a little bit of work off camera with the bridge. I did do a little bit of a time lapse after the last episode, just doing a little bit of detailing, polishing this a little bit. Still a lot of work to do around this area, but it looks a lot better, and you can see what a feat of engineering this HS1 bridge was, or viaduct, which just thread through the eye of the needle through there and then over till the Tilbury Loop as well. So really complicated arrangement. So we've got all that done. Next thing is another complicated set of tracks. I'm not sure which end to start from really, because this might look like quite a big space, but for what we've got to actually get in, it's not actually that much of a big space. So I think what I'll do, I'll start with the easy bits first, I guess. And we'll get this catenary, yes, bring this over here. I think just need to extend that road a little bit more, just so we can get a bridge. Keep that on the level-ish, just to about there. I'll worry about that later. That's one of the reasons I haven't done, a lot of detailing up to now, is because I just don't know where things are going to end up, because we've got a lot to add over the next coming episodes. So this wants to come around here. I think it's going to have to go a little bit closer to HS1, and it doesn't want to be on a viaduct here as well, I don't think. I think it just wants to be on an embankment. So you want to be on an embankment, you want to be on clicked off it. You want to be on an embankment there, and then you want to be on a girder bridge. Yeah, the girder bridge is going to have to be curved, I think. Oh no, girder bridge. Good. Straight into there. I guess I could move this tunnel over a little bit. I'm just worried that I've got to get these 4 tracks in over here in order for this to there's 4 tracks basically I need to put in place. Too much slope, or don't, and means maybe it needs to go up a little bit then. Maybe if I push that back to there, see if we can get that over. Shouldn't be particularly complicated, but it is making it look complicated. This is the easy bit yet. Right, let's see if we can. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this in one go, no, but I think if I just leave that raised a little bit, the only problem with that is doing it, raising it a little bit is just making it do it in one bridge. That's the problem. Maybe if you keep that on the flat, then it does mean we're probably going to end up with a curved girder bridge. I don't usually like doing curved girder bridges because they're not generally curved, are they? But I think we'll have to in this particular instance, just to get it to fit. I guess if we do the first piece of track first, and then we'll just add the others later on. Don't really want it to be going uphill too much, and then across there like that, and then hopefully we should just be able to get our 4 tracks running alongside. Yeah, I'm pretty certain they're all electrified to about there, and then another one. So yeah, that's the easy bit done. Is that all girder bridge? No, it's not. It's funny bridge. Let's try that again with a girder bridge. I thought I selected girder bridge. I'm not sure what happened there. Right, let's try that again. Girder bridge over there. So far, so straightforward. Although we do have a little bit of unevenness with the girder bridge, but should be alright. Is it would start to break apart a little bit there. What about this one? Yeah, that's the thing with girder bridge, they really don't like being curved either, and that's maybe okie dokie. Let's try this again. Let's try and make it look nice. I guess I could just use one of the other bridges, couldn't I? Maybe shall I cheat a little bit? It doesn't have to be a girder bridge. Not like 100% sure what the actual bridge is. Maybe if we use, it is this one here, the iron bridge. Yeah, I think we can get away with that. It's a little bit more forgiving on curves than the girder bridges are. As much as I love these girder bridges, yeah, I think this one's just a little bit more forgiving, and we can still use it with the assets to make it look a little bit better. So the buttress assets, the walls and things like that. No, we're not putting those in yet though. We want to get the actual track in before we do any of that. So we've got that track into there now. This is where things start to get a little bit awkward, so we need a little bit of track running alongside. So that's HS1, isn't it? So that can run to about there, and then this Tilbury loop runs alongside it, something a bit like that. And then yeah, I'm kind of right. So I think what we'll do, we'll get the building in first. So I'm using this open cut station here for Stratford International. Yeah, we're going to be building that ahead of schedule. Track layout, I think it has got 5 tracks. It's got quite a strange layout, but I think in this instance I'll just do 4. And yeah, we'll have maybe just a square building, wall type new, obviously 1 metre tarmac, cobbled path, don't know, tram track, no, free street, don't know, entry on overpass, yes, okie dokie. So let's just plonk this in. Yeah, you can see I've got this asphalt here just to lay out where this is going to go, just because obviously it's an integral part. Good, so we'll throw that down there. Is that deep enough? It is. We've got a bit of glitching going on, but I will fix that later on. Next thing is the 2 tracks coming from HS1. We'll put one into there. We'll come out of the tunnel, and then we're going to have a slow bit of track, which, yeah, I guess it should be probably getting towards high speed, but there's no way that trains are going to be getting up to 100 miles per hour from there to there anyway, so we will live with a lower speed. And then we just want 2 switches coming off here onto these bypass tracks like so. And then I think we want to do the same sort of thing. I think no, we're going to have to raise the terrain. So this terrain will bring this height round just to generate our tunnel, and I'll bring it right over there just for now, I think. Yeah, just to set our height more than anything. So I'll bring this all around here. It is a little bit high, I know, but I'm just trying to generate the tunnel that I need. Obviously I will make all this look a lot nice and tidier later on. And then I think we will have land. Oh no, we've gone into water now. What should I do? Yeah, that should be okay, I think. Right, so we need just to push this. Now we're going into water, definitely water. So we just want our 2 tracks like we did before. Maybe if we just bring that down a little bit, maybe out a bit more, and then that runs alongside. And I'll tell you what I didn't do actually, is I'll get rid of this tunnel. I have to redo it. Just thought on, I need to use the new tunnel lining, don't we, for this, to make it look more accurate with the new tunnel portals, because it is like a brand new, well, nearly new tunnel, and that's using standard speed tracks. Definitely need high speed tracks as well. Right, let's try that again. Get you onto there with high speed tracks, new tunnel portals. Yeah, I guess this tunnel probably could have been a little bit shorter, but not to worry. Let's just get this done. What are you looking like? Oh yeah, right, okie dokie. So you need to get rid of the track that's not in a tunnel, because if you use this you don't get any catenary masts, so you need to make sure you switch it back to just like track, just to get your catenary masts, like so, and like so. And then what have we done on this end? Have we got catenary masts? Yes, that's all fine. Hopefully that's all looking good. Right, so I think if we push this back a little bit. Now what I need to do is I need to get the A13, oh I don't need to actually, but I would like to get the A13 crossing twice, just for a little bit of authenticity. But we will have to see what we can do. So we'll start to bring this up a little bit. So this one's HS1, this one's Tilbury Loop, I think. I think it's still called the Tilbury Loop. at this stage. So we'll have that running alongside to about there, and then we'll push this back again. I know it looks a bit random pushing things back and deleting them. Just trying to get this junction all in. Actually no, it does need to be to about, maybe about there then. I don't know. We'll have to see if we can fit in, because I did want to get the Euro hub in, but we might have a little bit of it, and this road is obviously going to have to be a lot more severely curved than it otherwise would be. Maybe change the angle of that bridge a little bit. So I think what I'll do is get this road, I mean it's not hugely important, but I just would like it, come on, you can get over that, no problem. Too much slope. Shouldn't be an issue really. Yeah, it's not the end of the world if this didn't exist, but I think I just like it there. So I'll put it in maybe just temporarily, and maybe just push that down again. A bit like that. Yeah, it's not the most attractive in the world, but we might have to do. Okie dokie, so we've got that in there. Next thing is this thing here, which actually, looking at all this, might just have to go straight on, perhaps. Because we've got, it's the only problem this with not being to scale is, yeah, basically everything is just, you know, there's no space for anything, is there? So maybe this will have to go back a little bit. Maybe we won't have that second bridge after all, unfortunately, because we've got to get in lots of track, yeah, lots of track. So this is HS1 here, isn't it? So we'll run that into there, and then we'll just see what sort of space we've got for different things. So we'll do, oh no, I've done the wrong tunnel. Yeah, it's not looking particularly straight, but it looks like we're achieving 186 miles per hour, which again, we're not gonna have trains getting to that speed, but it's just nice to have that track alignment as fast as possible. I need to push that back to there. I want this, I would like this to be in a cutting. Get rid of that. Oh, okie dokie, you can't get rid of that then. Yeah, so you want to be standard track in a cutting, like so. And then we'll have the second like we did before, so we'll have this track running alongside, and we're running on the right side, I am. And then just, that probably will be quite slow, yeah, 58, that's very, very slow. Let's do this in two bits then. So to there in the new tunnel segments to about there, and then try that again with that track. Too much slope, really? Oh, right, okie dokie. Yeah, it's the only problem when deleting tunnels, it's hard to judge where your tunnel actually is. So we need to make sure that we're on sort of, well, we're on the level with that really, don't we? So yeah, I think that looks about right, and then we'll try that again. Not doing, yeah, so you probably have to keep flicking between the two different segments as well, don't you? So we've got the tunnel segment here that we need to about there. So far so good. And then we need to go to cutting and then switch back to that track and then see how far we can get that into there. 66 is still very slow. And I don't think the Eurostar services stop here either, do they? So it will be slowing them down quite, yeah, that's very slow. Can I do any better? 66, it's still like really, really slow, isn't it? If I do it myself, can I make it any better if I do it in 2 bits? Probably not is the answer. Yeah, 49, that's made it even worse. I guess, tell you what I'll do is I'll run that track. 57, it's getting worse. It's just trying to get the tracks like in the middle of these two, isn't it? So maybe if I do this by eye, so if I do that to there, new tunnel lining on the flat to about there. No, there. Take that. And then if we go back to the standard track, so collision. Oh, we're too high again. This isn't going. This is supposed to be like the easy bit. Right, so you want to be maybe down a little bit then to about there with the new tunnel lining. Just try and line it up by eye. Just, yeah, holding shift so we've got more precise control. No, shift. Oh. Yeah, I don't know why it does that sometimes. It just decides that, no, you're not going to hold shift after all. I'm just going to bend. Right, okie dokie. Get this right back then. To about there. And then just checking that this is lined up. New tunnel lining. Yeah. And then out of there with that. And then can I just get that connected up to there? 59 slower. Great. Push this back a little bit more then. Maybe we'll do it this way with creating nodes. That's probably an easier way of doing it. 71, that's a little bit better. I think I can live with that. As long as this one's not ridiculously slow, no, that's fine. Although we do have 2 tunnel portals, which isn't ideal. Right, let's see if we can push it back a tiny little bit more then. Oh no. Right. Push it back a little bit more. And then straight into there. No, I want... Okie dokie, let's push this terrain to about there. And then see what we can do. Right, let's see if this is any better. Because this wants to be running alongside 75, I think. I don't want 2 tunnel portals. And that's because the tracks are split for some reason. That's because I hadn't done it correctly. Right, so... New tunnel lining. Until it just pops out there. And then that straight into there. So 76, I think I will take it. Good. Right, so Stratford International is a little bit done, but we've still got a huge amount to do. I think what I need to do, as we have an autosave, is flatten some of this terrain off. And yeah, flatten that off as well. And then what we'll do is we'll smooth it all around here. Okie dokie, so that took a little bit of fixing just because it was generating water and things like that. So we've got most of it in. Now the next challenging section is, I think, which junction do I want to do first? Because we've got quite a bit to do. I'm not sure if we're going to get Stratford Station in. I know we've got Stratford International, we've also got Stratford Station. I'm not sure if we're going to fit that in. So I might just leave that for now, I think. What I want to do though is get this track up and over. Yeah, so it kind of comes up over HS1. I don't think we're going to achieve the Euro cargo terminal thingamabob because we've got so much to get in. So we've got the Stratford box here, which extends out, and then we've got Stratford Station, which is just going to be represented for now by 4 tracks across here, just to keep things simple. I might be able to fit a station in later on. You know, it would be nice. And let's just get that lined up. So I think if we put that to about there, maybe. Yeah, just line that up. And I think what I'll do is, so I've on the flat, and that's quite high up in the air, isn't it? Can I bring this track down? How deep? See, maybe if we do it that way first, let's bash this right down. We've just, don't know what we've done there. Hopefully the tunnel isn't broken. I just want to get this. Yeah, that's the only thing with the tunnels. You gotta have a lot more earth on top than you really need to, for some reason, which is a little bit frustrating. It just creates a bit of a bulge like that. So that's the lowest it can go with the tunnel, I think. Is the tunnel still intact? It looks like it is. Actually, if I just do that, if I kind of glitch this to heck, what does it actually do? Oh, you can hear it starts to break the tunnel. Yeah, it does actually break the inside of the tunnel. Right, so we can't do that. We can't be doing any glitching just to kind of cheat a little bit or force it to do what we need it to do. Right, so I think what I'll do is building, we will try and put a station in. It doesn't really matter too much what it is. 160 metres long, 4 tracks, something like maybe 6 tracks, 4. yeah, we might not be able to recreate absolutely everything, but we do need, so if I chuck that in along there, I don't know if a Stratford station is, I think it is actually on the ground, isn't it? It's not, you know, above the actual box, I don't think. And then I don't think we're going to have enough room for what we need to do next. So we're going to curve this round. Definitely not going to have space for the Euro terminal. So that needs to be there like that. And then this needs to curve in to join with this track here, which I think is like the either Crossrail or Great Eastern Main Line tracks, like so. So we've got 4 of those, so we've got 2 Crossrail, 2 Great Eastern Main Line. I think it's, yeah, it's definitely called the Great Eastern Main Line, isn't it? Like so. Not really bothered about the speed at the minute, I just want to get these tracks in. And then we've got these tracks here which join up. Yeah, we're not going to get anything resembling the Euro terminal in, but we do have to get in a junction, so 1, 2, 3. It would be nice to have that a little bit lower. That's as low as it's going to go, and then we'll do, don't know, girder bridge, because it is straight this time. Just 2 tracks, and then how am I looking to get that into there? Probably not. Oh, actually no, that's done. Again, I'm not sure what would use this particular chord, but no, that's glitching. Right, we'll have to do that in 2 little bits. Hopefully we can get up to there. So if we come off here, holding shift, just want to, holding shift to about there, and then how's that looking? That's looking all right, I think. Just want a little bit of a stub, making sure it's not glitching, and then can we get up to there? Hopefully we can, which we've managed to. That's good, and then that runs off somewhere, I'm not entirely sure where, but it's there for now. And then we've got a lot of junction gubbins going on around here, so I think we'll swing this out a little bit, keeping it on the flat, on an embankment. And then, yeah, we've got those tracks there, right, okie dokie. So I'll swing this in, and then connect those 2 up. 55, that's a bit slow. We do a little bit better. Bring that one right round. Is that the outside track? It is. It's a little bit better. Again, I can't see any need for that speed, but I just like to have it as an option. And then this track goes off somewhere, I'm not entirely sure where yet, but that's for a later date. And then we've got this junction in here, I think. Yeah, sort of. Where's Liverpool Street now? So we want to be heading off towards Liverpool Street. So we've got 2 tracks here on an embankment. 2 tracks, no, 4 tracks, but yeah, I think what I'll do, actually get rid of those. Yeah, so Stratford station might not be realistic. I don't know, I might revisit it, because it is a very, very big station actually. But yeah, I think it's just an integral part of getting, I think once I've got the freight services up and running, then we don't need to worry so much. Yeah, we've got that, I don't know where that goes. We've got another really complicated junction around here, so we've got the DLR station, which I don't know. I would like to do the DLR a little bit, Docklands Light Railway, but we'll just have to see what we can fit in around here basically, because we've got tracks going off all over the place. So we've got like a loop that comes round and then goes back on itself, and then inside that loop we've got the DLR as well, so there is a lot going on in a very short space. But at least we're heading towards Liverpool Street Station as well, so that's good. We've built a little bit of Crossrail again ahead of schedule, but I think these 4 tracks probably did exist as they are, didn't they? But 2 of the tracks have just been like taken for Crossrail services. So that's all looking fine. Need to figure out, obviously, these want to be heading towards Shenfield actually, don't they? They definitely do, because that's why I built Shenfield, is because that's one of the Crossrail terminus of Crossrail services. So this probably wants to be bending over towards Shenfield, and then don't think we've got any other destinations for the Great Eastern Main Line services. We'll take a look at that, I think, but we'll put the 4 tracks in anyway. like so. Yeah, so we didn't get the Euro hub in, or anything even kind of resembling the Euro hub, but as you can see the space constraints are really quite tight, which is my own doing because I didn't build the map anywhere near to scale. But I think we've got a good chunk of what we needed to get done, and anyway, we've got enough to get the Tilbury service going, which is one of the things I wanted to do, and then maybe perhaps do another little time lapse of me doing some junction work around here. I think it's probably one of the better things to do really to make some progress on this build, is some of the more complicated things that might not be so easy to do a let's play thing, and I might just do a little bit of a time lapse at the end of each video, or I'll do some detailing. But I will explain in this video what I'm about to do, which is I'm gonna have a look at the DLR anyway, see if we can fit it in. I might just have to rearrange this track a little bit. I think I might just leave Stratford as is, unfortunately. But yeah, there's just a junction here that I'd like to try and get built, and then we'll see in the next episode where we can go on from there. So I'm going to leave it there for today, leave you with a little bit of a time lapse. Well, I'll post a time lapse at the end of this video and say until next time, bye bye.